Hello everyone, my name is Hunter555, you can all call me Hunter, and I'm just hearing alerts starting to go off, which worries me. I have returned. I have returned. Alerts in my ears. Yes, it's been a while. I didn't actually check when my last stream was, but yes, it has actually been. I feel too long since my last stream, but to be perfectly honest, I have been too hot the past couple of weeks. It has been so hot here, and I have hated every minute of it. Oh, for crying out loud, right. Before we get any further, you're going to stare at a wall for a bit, because I've had to tab out. Minipax, first in, hello. Cosmic, second in, hello. Screwy, trying to convince everyone he's first. Hello. Screwy was not first. Screwy, would you like a ladder to reach even further? Mythical, welcome in, hello. Exapol coming in with a 6-month resub, hello. Lumity, welcome on in. Elkhorn, apparently 7th, I will take your word for it. Exapol gifting sub to Minipax, and also to Elkhorn. Exapol adopting more than half the mods currently in chat. And also to Lumity, Exapol being the usual generous soul they are. Screwy mocking Elkhorn, half of the course. Cosmic entering month 20. How have I been an affiliate for 20 months? Oh dear lord. True Purple, hello. Oh dear. That feels like a lot. It's not very many. It feels like a lot. Right. Where was I? I am in a room. Exapol gifting a sub to True Purple. Thank you, Exapol. Thank you so much. Everyone who's been gifted a sub to Exapol, if you haven't already, please make sure you have thanked them because they are so wonderfully generous, and I don't know why. I just I do this as a hobby. I am very much an amateur streamer. This is a hobby for me. I don't expect it. Like, the only reason I'm in the affiliate program, I get to give you guys emotes and sub badges. That is literally the reason. It is not so you guys can do this, and it means so much to me that you guys do. But you please don't feel like you need to ever, because I turn into a mess when you do, which, firstly, that's not going to discourage you. Secondly, Pax, what are you doing? And I know it's you, because you're the only other person on the server. Now, what? Pax? Are you enjoying yourself? You are. Are you sure about that? How did you pick that up? This is an infinity bow. No, I'm not Elkhorn. Firstly, Elkhorn, thank you for the 100 bits. Pax, Screwy has agreed. You're up to shenanigans. Try refreshing the stream, Elkhorn, because I am definitely not on starting screen. Pax, can you please confirm that I'm not on the starting screen?
Not on the starting screen.
Thank you, voice of Pax. I was expecting you to start nodding, which would have been completely unhelpful, but it would have been very funny. There has been no actual violence yet, Screwy. There has been a threat of violence, but I have promised Pax yesterday that I wouldn't murder them at the moment.
I'm just enjoying snowballs.
Yes, I can see that. Right, I've already been incredibly distracted. I haven't even told people where I am. I'm
Right.
I'm 2% into a level 2 hype train, which I'm getting flustered about. I haven't acknowledged that. That was Elcorn who kicked it off. Thank you, Elcorn. Hello, Storm. Good afternoon. Um. Oh,
That,
right. Where was?
let's not point out that I said school rather than.
I hadn't. That's all cosmic. That's all cosmic. Right. Backtracking slightly, this is Infinity Cove, the patron server of one amazing and wonderful content creator, Joel Duggan. You can check it out at patreon.com/Joel Duggan. It's available at the $10 a month tier, and it's full of awesome people. I am totally not biased. Now that I've done that bit, the luscious voice joining me in voice chat is, of course, Minipax84, fellow member of the Cove, one of my wonderful moderators, sometimes streamer, all-time best server engineer we've got. It's thanks to them that this server doesn't combust with all the bonkers crap we do. I say we. Most
It
of the bonkers
sometimes
crap,
does.
most of the
Sometimes does combust.
yeah, most of the combustible stuff is courtesy of yours truly, Minipax. I've used yours truly wrong, haven't I? Does yours truly refer to the other people or to yourself?
It's you. You would put yours truly, Hunter.
Oh.
Like your.
I
Sign
don't
off.
know these things. I am not a smart human.
Do you not write letters?
Who writes letters in this day and age?
I actually enjoy writing
Haven't you
letters.
heard of email?
Email are just like e-letters, though.
I don't put yours truly. I put thanks. That's how I
Well,
sign
you
off all
obviously
my
don't write
emails.
very many official letters.
Unless I'm particularly passive aggressive, in which case they get kind regards. If someone's annoyed me, they get kind regards. Otherwise, they get thanks.
Best regards is probably what I use the most.
Welcome to Minipax Industries, home of everything you never knew you needed. Oh, I'm missing chat. Admittedly, right
256
now, chat
patrons.
is full of shout-outs.
Yes.
Elkhorn is on audio only because he has limited quality options. Duly noted. Would you like us to send you a... Pax, you'll know this. What's the thing called where you put loads of slides? It's like a flip book, but it's you put them in something and then you spin it and you look at a mirror and it shows a moving picture.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Just
about. I
because
know exactly what you're talking
the
about.
only reason I think
I
you'll
could even
know
make
it
you
is
one, but I don't know the name.
yeah, because it's one of those obscure things that you're going to know just because it's one of those really random things you know.
Yeah. No, I could totally make you one, but
Elkhorn would
can't remember
watch
the
the
name.
stream on that.
Well, it's okay. I'll just follow you around, describing what you're doing. So right now you're standing on a lapis block.
Thank you to everyone who
Hunter
was
just
involved
jumped
in that.
onto the ground.
Thank you for that hype train, folks. What is going on with those?
Hunter stares at Donkey and Horse, who are going mad because I'm holding golden cow.
Oh, that's why. Please tell me you're not going to do this all stream.
No, probably about that much. I think that much is where the joke ends,
Okay.
and it starts becoming annoying.
Just double checking. Right. So, as the stream title suggests, if you read that kind of thing, today is sorting, and more sorting. Because, well, I have a lot of shulker boxes. And they are full of junk! Well, actually, some of them are full of vital resources for building the train. But other ones are full of junk! I've got 2 random copies of Other Side in this one, and a stack and a half of soul torches. Because I need those! Screwy reckons it's called a zeotrope.
It's not the name that I know it by, I don't think, because it didn't trigger that. That's the thing. Feeling. But, you know.
You got
Could
to
be wrong.
remember that Screwy is American, and as such, they use the wrong words for many, many things.
Yeah. That
I
is true.
apologise to all my American viewers, except Screwy.
Yeah. Zoetrope is one of the things. It's not quite. It's not the one with slides. It's the one with slits and a picture
Ah,
on the inside.
hello,
The
Aldebar.
Zoetrope is like an early version of the thing we're talking about.
Okay. Aldebar, welcome in. I hope you had a good stream yesterday. I hope it went well. Do you not want to perhaps spare the horse and the donkey and put the... Thank you. Thank you for the shout out for Aldebar. Now we just don't use our attempted conqueror's language. I'm fairly certain we didn't conquer them. Fairly certain that's not how it worked. Exapol gifting a sub to Aldebar. This is going to just be today, isn't it? If someone comes in without a sub badge. It's okay, Hunter. I would not want to spare the clear joy you have of being so wrong. Pax, can I help you find something?
I'm just seeing what's in them. You said you were sorting. I don't quite know what you're doing. I'm seeing why you need to sort.
Well, most of these ones are vaguely sorted. It's mostly this pile here that's kind of become all messed up.
It's almost
Because,
like you need some sort of system.
well, it's funny you should say that. Because my redstone engineer has failed me.
Bad. What's this? Is this?
That's a
I can't tell what Pokemon
Flareon.
that is. Okay, bad Flareon. How do you know it's a Flareon? It's just orange head.
Because I know what Flareon looks like, and no other
I
Pokemon
can...
looks like Flareon.
This one's a Bulbasaur. And
Yes.
that's also a Bulbasaur.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a Giovanni. But
Yes.
that's just like an orange thing.
It's a Flareon! Yes, so my redstone engineer has
Almost
failed me.
distracted them.
Almost as though they have a life and important stuff going on in that life, including.
If your plan was to stop building something tonight, you were never going to be able to do that.
No, I know that.
If you had said that was the plan, I would have gone nope.
Oh no,
Because,
that was never the plan. The plan was to
I
go
can give
through.
you a pick list if you want to go and select things.
No. The plan was to reorganize my shulker boxes back into some semblance of organization. I say semblance of organization because I don't label these things or color code them particularly well. So
Iscal them.
I should what them?
Iscal them.
Yeah, you will have. I haven't watched Iscal in a while, so. Now there is.
Check the Minecraft channel and Joel's Discord when you're off stream.
When I'm off stream, not right now. Oh, for crying out loud! Exapol gifting a sub to Jay Price. Thank you, Exapol.
Hello, Jay Price.
I'm not. That is how I know people have arrived now. Exapol gives them a sub. Oh, goodness. Thank you so much, Exapol. J Price, enjoy your sub. What's what?
There's a floating block over here. There's also a tower of village heads.
The floating block. That will be the block that the picture is on. Hold on. I will show everyone the picture.
Picture?
Yes.
Oh, the picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Cosmic. Cosmic Dancer, everybody.
I'm
Gaga, hello.
very surprised that's still there.
I was waiting for that. Exaval, thank you for gifting a sub to Gaga, also known as Charlie Brown on the Twitchverse. Can we please get a shout out for them, as they are a streamer? Gaga, that is not Exapol as far as I know. Gaga is one of the people who is keeping me stocked up on Pokeballs in Pokemon Go at the moment, alongside what seems to be Elkhorn's entire family. I'm playing a lot of Pokemon Go, and they're my regular gifters. Right. Where was I? Something. My redstone engine has failed me. Yes. Now, I don't know if Cosmic is aware that we have done this yet. But we have made some changes. We being myself, Pax, and Jay Price.
I did nothing.
There's now a
Unless
hole.
Cosmic Light said, then I helped.
There is now a big hole. Very big hole. Oh, are these building blocks or are these blocks that have been brought for construction purposes?
Nothing to do with me.
Oh,
I'm
J
gonna
Price then.
look at J Price.
Running out of gifts. Yeah, I'm running out of Pokeballs. I'm sub 100, which is not many for me. So yes, we've dug a big hole. You sorted them from digging. Okay, thank you, J Price.
Yay!
Yes, Screwy, I know we didn't invite you for the big hole. And it's really not big in comparison now that I've said that. This will be for our sorting system. Eventually. I'm sorry, Jeffress. The line of shulkers is now just decorative. We've got a line of decorative shulkers and beacons, and just so people are aware, that's not going to be visible once we've built this. That we won't be able to see this bit up here. Like once we've built it all, like that's all going to be covered up. So now that's an end game server flex, and I blame PAX.
Yeah, they were all in my inventory, so
Exactly.
yeah, you can blame me.
Oh, yes. The latest Pokemon Go research, the one for the Master Ball, is I'm not even halfway through catching all the Pokemon I need.
Do you
1,000
have to
Pokemon.
tour around to play that game still?
Define tour round. Do you mean walk around?
Well, the Pokemon Go, when I last played it, to be able to play Pokemon Go, you basically had to be able to drive around it. You had to get down to specific places in the middle of nowhere to get to gyms and stuff.
No. So now players can suggest things to be made Pokestops and gyms and things. You can't just suggest private locations. They have to be the War Memorial in my village was suggested as one because it's a significant location in the village and somehow wasn't one already.
Round here, they were all down in New Brighton.
I mean that means nothing to me. So.
Well, it's not that far, but it's far enough. It's not just like a pop out and play Pokemon for 5 minutes. It would be it's further than I can walk, though I am disabled. So
take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can walk around the village and get a decent and when I say walk around the village, I mean it's maybe a 15-minute walk if I'm slow. And that's will get me some decent play work time in it. Right. I have not actually started. I am 25 minutes into the stream and I haven't actually started yet. So I should probably get started on sorting. So, let's make sure I'm picking up the right ones. That one, most of that one. In fact, I'm actually going to have to I'll get that out. Take those out. That goes in. All goes in there. Then that comes with me. That comes with me. Those come out. I picked up the wrong one. And that one comes with me. Right. I'm off to treetops. Bye. This is personal stuff, so I'm dumping this at my other base, just for clarification as to why I'm immediately flying away with a bunch of my stuff. I want my chest plate on. I'm about to teleport into a room that slimes regularly spawn, and I want my chest plate on. And up we go. Only 100 and... I'm a little higher than that. I think I'm at 400 and something, so I'm not far off halfway for that one, but I'm also nearly out of Pokeballs, so there is a downside to my current Pokemon Go situation. The single item per chest or the multi-sort system? Yes, Screwy. Pax, I'm going to let you field this question.
No, correct answer is yes.
I wasn't sure if that was the correct answer, if I'd imagined that.
No. It's definitely a yes.
Okay, good. Did you perhaps make a list of bulk items for our corridor so we could give Pax a number?
No, they randomly made humming noises for a second and then said 20. I'm not sure that's quite listing things, but I went with 20.
I mean, I could still possibly provide you a list if you would like one, but if you've already started stuff, then
I don't need a list, I need a number. You gave me 20. If you want to revise the number, you can.
Yeah, but how soon do I need to revise the number by?
ASAP.
Okay.
It's literally what I'm building at the moment, but I can add slices fairly easily. It's not.
Okay.
It just means we might have to dig a bit more corridor.
I've got 5 ward armor trim now. I've got enough ward armor trim to make a full set and still have 1 spare. Oh, well, that's convenient. I need to make a piece of ward armor. And I think what I'm actually going to do...
I'm going to have to go for a second. I've accidentally hidden my dog's bed and he's looking sad.
I'm sorry, you've what?
I've just fixed my bed and he's got a bed at the other side of the bed and I've accidentally hidden his bed. So I'll be back in a second.
How cruel is PAX, guys? They've hidden their dog's bed. How cruel is that? I would caution you when ordering from PAX Industries, as their D2C fulfillment service seems to have problems counting.
That was not a problem, that's a feature.
I'm curious to know what happened. I'm sure
He said he needed a lot of wheat. I picked up like 11 shulker boxes of wheat and went over to the place, and halfway there, he basically said, I need like 2 shulkers. But I was already on my way with 11 boxes, so I delivered 11 boxes.
It sounds to me like Screwy wasn't specific enough. I have given a whole number, a specific number. Granted, it may not be the right number, but I've given them a number. I do now need to think of 20 items to build bulk store, but that's my problem.
No, you don't. Just leave them empty until you figure something out.
You can't clean shulker boxes, can you?
You clean.
Like,
Take
revert
colour off.
Yeah. Revert them to default colour.
Don't think so. Someone's going to say, yeah, it's easy, you do this. And I'm going to go, you can. But,
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
I think it's... Guess who wasn't wearing their elytra? I didn't realise that you'd actually left yet. I thought I kept stopping you from leaving. No, you've just left your headphones
on. No, I went and sorted the bed.
Oh, okay. It's just because you went AFK.
Oh,
you can clean them! Thank you, Storm. For some reason I thought you couldn't. That's not...
I did say someone's going to say, yes, you can, and tell you, but,
I'm also going to strip the name off that one. I may have stolen 3 of Pax's empty shulkers. And 1 that was full of carrots.
Well, you claimed those carrots. I told you the system was broken, and you punched it anyway, so you got the carrots.
You didn't tell me what the breakage was. You just told me
if
it was
I tell
broken.
You something's broken and you press a button, it's yours. You picked carrots. You could have picked something more valuable, but you picked carrots.
How do you strip the name? You replace it with a space, Storm.
Yeah.
If you just blank it out and then put a space in. Yes, Gaga, I didn't know...
Shulker boxes?
Pardon?
Why are you blanking shulker boxes?
What, reversing them back to normal?
Yeah.
Well, remember, this is my ender chest. My ender chest stores a load of blank shulkers that I use for general purpose, like, storage, because I don't operate an ender chest in the same way you guys do. You guys being literally every normal Minecraft player ever. So I keep a bunch of empty shulker boxes, and I find it easier to understand that. Like, these two always catch me off guard because they're not empty, but they're the empty colour.
Right.
I need to check. I need to faff through this one and sort out all the stuff that's in there. You know what? I'll include that in my sorting today. Redstone, coal. I know I've got more. There's coal. Those can go away now. I don't know how to categorize music discs and armor trim, so I just haven't.
I have a misc box in my source.
Yeah,
That's...
mine's just called unsorted. Was easier. Okay. Blocks of coal, and then I need 5 more. There we go. The coal needs to... I need one of those empty shulker boxes again. This is the stuff that's going downstairs. The carrots are going downstairs. What else is going downstairs? Let's see. I don't think anything in this one is actually stored downstairs. These might be. No, they aren't. We still have the mod which allows you to stack empty shulkers. Yes, Screwy, yes we do. Unless something has changed in the past day that I was unaware of.
Yeah, we have still got it.
Excellent. Stone, andesite, granite, tuff, dirt, and grass all go downstairs. That is the right shulker box. That's my spyglass. I've started calling it a spyglass now, even though in my mind it's still a telescope. I know it's not technically a telescope before anyone says anything. Someone's still going
to say something.
Pardon?
I was about to say something.
You're not?
I was about to.
Oh, you were about to. Sorry, my ears just weren't working then. Now that could be down to the constant opening and closing of shulker boxes. People, please let me know if the shulker box noises is gonna get irritating, because I will turn the sounds down. Right, I can put up with it because I do this quite a lot. I'm used to the noise, but I appreciate some people might not be. Hello, Addy. Welcome on in. If you throw them on the ground, they should come back. I am missing chat, I think. Yes, you do have to stack them manually. Wait, if you throw them on the ground,
just throw
they
them all
should
out of your
clump up.
inventory and they'll stack together. The fastest way to stack them.
Huh. I did not know that.
If they can stack, they will.
Well, yeah, so if I put these ones together, because they've got different MBT data, they're not going to stack.
Yeah.
I am smart. I'm using terms like NBT data.
Yard.
Sorry, I've just pictured that fight where he gets hit with the peace lily. I don't know why I find that moment so funny.
What? What are you talking about? You're confused.
I am fairly certain that you're the one who don't. Yarp was in my head is an automatic reference to Hot Fuzz, which you have. Have you not seen Hot Fuzz?
I have, but a long time ago.
Remember, I remember references far better than I remember my friends' birthdays. Don't get me started on family.
I could tell you the phone numbers of everyone I knew in the 1990s, but I couldn't tell you anything about Hot Fuzz.
I like Hot Fuzz. That's probably why I can remember it. Okay.
Do you know any phone numbers?
Yes.
Okay.
I know my mobile number. I know the house phone number. I know my office's client number and also the number that we use for multi-factor authentication because it's different. And I know the number for the emergency services, and I know the number for non-emergency police and non-emergency medical, and I know the UN emergency number.
Because I'm sure that's come up lots of times.
I mean, we're not in the UN, so you should be impressed that I know the UN emergency number.
We're not in the UN?
It's not the UN, it's the EU I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Wrong organisation! I mean, let's face it, if some people had their way, we wouldn't be in the UN either.
Well, if certain people got their way, I'm not going to say that. That's too political. That's not.
Family friendly adjacent. And remember, the only political views that are permitted in this stream are those that align with mine.
Well, it would have been family friendly, but it definitely would have been scathing of a certain section of our political regime.
How did I end up doing that? I've accidentally put a rail on my shulker box. Goes into the corner and crumbles into a pile of ash and bones. That's cosmic. Storm was not alive for most of the 90s.
Well, I was for the entire thing.
Addy has declared that I don't.
Except for briefly in 1998, but we don't talk about that.
Is that when you powered down to have your servos cleaned?
Don't let them know. I don't need to know my schedule.
Addy, I do know your birthday. I remember your birthday very clearly because it was quite recently. Yes, Storm, we're all aware that you're a young'un. Screwy is continuing the mocking of Elkhorn's age. Screwy, you really aren't. Like, people in glass houses should not be throwing stones, and yet you appear to be throwing boulders the size of your head.
I'm pretty sure that's the joke.
Yes, I know it's the joke.
Because if it isn't, Screwy is very confused.
Well, there is also that. I think Screwy is just generally confused about a lot of things. But who wouldn't be in this day and age?
But he's not confused about who Publius Varus is.
About what?
Never mind, that's a Screwy reference.
Okay.
That one's pretty much just for Screwy.
Okay. I'm having to try and remind myself to actually look back at... I have 23 Music Disc 5 fragments.
That's too many Music Disc 5 fragments.
That'll get me...
Enough for one disc is too many? Have you listened to the thing?
No. I don't think I own a jukebox. No, I do.
Diamond, right?
Do I have a diamond on this server?
You have a diamond in the sky.
Yes? Where are you? Oh, you're...
Hi.
Hello.
You weren't aware I was in the area, I take it?
No.
Yeah, really. It's just not playing.
How strange.
It sounds as you apparently I'm not listening to it.
Mythical Star, you and I are going to have a falling out. Pax, have you not slept recently?
Oh. Now I'm in a jungle.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend being down there. It's not particularly spawn-proof.
Where is bed?
On the bed platform, you've gone the wrong way.
I don't know which way the bed platform is. That's not helpful.
Well, I started to the east and worked my way west.
So it's in the east, is that what you're saying? You're saying the bed platform is in the east?
Yes.
Ah, there it is. That's a very open bed you got there.
Well, it doesn't need to be enclosed.
They're phantoms.
I normally sleep regularly enough. I was fighting your phantoms.
Yeah. I didn't say they were yours. I said but phantom.
Well, normally I don't. Normally I'm not. I don't entertain.
If it was up to me, they wouldn't exist.
Unfortunately, I can't say that because I voted for the things.
Did you listen to Mumbo?
No, Angela. If there's one thing that I'm very good at, it's ignoring what content creators say.
So you. That's even worse. You voted for it on your own back.
Yes, I also voted for both the Copper and Tough Golems.
Wow. Okay.
But don't tell Cosmic because they think I voted for the Sniffer.
I think we need to have a discussion before the next general election.
Why?
Just in case.
I'm trying to remember which biome I voted. Which biomes I voted for. Because I didn't
know
vote.
the one where we got the Phantom. I voted for a crocodile thing. I can't even remember what it was.
Oh, was that the was that the ocean of the ocean one?
Yeah, all I remember is it had a face like a crocodile.
Because there was, I think that's the ocean one. I think it like created whirlpools in the ocean. But the closest, like what's supposedly the feature that took its place is magma blocks and how they interact with water.
Yeah.
Why have I got 12 bells?
I voted for the ally, and I voted for what was the? Is it Sniffer? Is that the one? Yeah.
Okay, Cosmic's just gone. Okay, I won't tell Cosmic because Cosmic. I may have told Cosmic that I voted for the Sniffer. Which one did you vote for? Glow Squid, Moo Blue, Mysologer?
Oh, Glow Squid. It's a squid. Come on.
As much as
it's the closest thing we have to an octopus in the game.
Yeah, as much as I would have liked the Moo Bloom, I didn't want another cow variant. I'd rather have the Moo Bloom been a different variant mob. I thought the glow squids were going to do a little more than they did.
I would like a Moo Bloom in the game. I think they should just add it though. I think it should just be. I don't think that should be something we have to vote to get.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I think having to vote and then screw you all. I want my flower cow.
We want your flower cow as well. We just don't want to have to vote for it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, unless they give it function somehow. That there isn't another thing that does that function then. for some reason, they're oddly against giving things functions these days.
Yeah, and if it's a well, I sort of understand why they won't give real world animals like major function, like the polar bears and the dolphin. Well, the dolphins do have dolphin scrapes, but polar bears don't do anything. And I do sort of understand why that is, but and
I still
especially
wish
with
they'd
lack of
do something. Like
drops.
even if it's just you hang around a polar bear, it wanders over to some water and fishes for you. Like it pulls salmon out the water. You know, something that they do in real life. I still think it should do something.
Or even I'm trying to think what I'm about to say. I can't think of my own words.
Like if you set up a base near a polar bear, you get basically fish. A bit like sleeping with a cat.
A bit like sleeping with a cat. Oh, you meant in game.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you meant IRL. I thought you meant if you sleep with a cat IRL, you'd just be gifted fish. That's
No, not normally. We've had the occasional frog, but that's because we have frogs in our back home.
mythical. That's an interesting idea, but isn't that just crafting dyes with an extra step? Unless you mean you get like a liquid
Yeah.
version of the dye, and you could use that to dye something else. My beetroot is full again. I need to shulker box my beetroot. These chests filling up, it's not uncommon. And I have no way of putting shulker loaders into these areas. There's just no space for it. Okay, dirt and grass. Someone who sleeps with a cat IRL, you usually get gifted mice and or hairballs, sometimes bugs. Thank you for that insight into your slightly unpleasant sounding life, I will be honest. Granite, andesite, that tough. Granite or granite?
Granite.
I said it and then thought, I feel like someone's going to correct me on that, but I swear it's granite.
I don't think either of them is wrong. One's just saying it a bit extended.
Thing is, I'm now going to get corrected by Screwy because he has to correct me on things even when I'm right. He has to be the, like, contrary voice. Or is it contrary?
Again, different pronunciations of the same thing.
I don't know, do I? You're the
I
smart
think you
one.
do.
I'm the potato.
I think you do.
No, I genuinely wasn't sure.
Are we going to have to get Cosmic in here if you're going to say things about yourself like I'm a potato?
Apparently we're going to get Screwy in here. Who is not going to be telling me off for calling myself a potato. I don't think. My idea would be you get a bucket of dye that can dye like 4 items, Mythical says. I mean, I like the idea. I'd say 3 items because a bucket of water can fill 3 water bottles. So I'd say if it's going to dye a set number of things, I would say 3. But that's just for the consistency with other things.
Okay, Bryce.
Bye, J Price. Take care. Thank you, Pax. I would have missed that until well and truly after she'd left.
No problemski.
Why didn't that command give like? Oh, because it didn't begin poke. Okay, I was just looking at True Purple's use of poker catch, which I'm assuming is as a result of a Scandinavian keyboard.
Yes, certainly looks like it.
I don't know how I would pronounce that A, so I can't even like try and pronounce whatever.
It's modified somehow, but...
Well, yeah, it's modified somehow, but I don't speak any of the Scandinavian languages. Hello, Screwy. Do you speak Scandinavian language? Any of them?
As a matter of... Nope.
As a matter of fact, nope.
And I don't
Probably
even
a
know what
few
you're actually talking
words.
about because you were breaking up as I was logging in.
Oh. It's True Purple's message, or attempt at catching a Pokemon.
Why are you wet?
What?
The dog's come in. He's absolutely soaked. It must be raining out.
Oh, it's raining in Minecraft? Is that why your dog is wet?
It's next to the P on the keyboard, okay. No, those don't go in there. Those go in there. This, I'm going to have to actually sort this at some point because I'll take those with me and those. Because they will be more useful by the train. And then these need to all come out. And one of, there we go. Deep slate coal
Why
and an emerald
finish,
ore.
Cosmic?
Learning to finish. Yeah, actually, why finish? That's... I knew someone who was Finnish. They tried to teach me a few words. It was definitely the hardest of the... But they also taught me a couple of words Norwegian and Swedish, and Finnish was the hardest of the three. I'm thinking, why is learning Finnish a sentence that will horrify any seasoned pet owner? And then I realised that that's not what Storm was referring to.
Yes, I think it was the, why are you wet?
Yes, I think it is. For those that aren't as familiar with the community, the new voice in the voice chat is McScrewgunn, who has been lingering in stream chat, mocking Elkhorn mostly.
That's what I do.
It is very much what he does. That's accurate. Right. I need this box.
Okay, well, you need to share the band now, Cosmic. I have a vague idea who it might be, but you need to share.
I wanted to learn language to help with some memory issues I've been having. Went Finnish because my favourite band are Finnish. Google says that A sounds like the O in Born. Nightwish is Finnish? I didn't know Nightwish was Finnish. I knew they were Scandinavian. Yeah. For some reason I thought they were Swedish. Perhaps not a good idea to tell them that. I don't think the Scandinavian nation...
is Swedish. So and one of the albums is entirely in Swedish, so I probably know a little bit of Swedish, but only when I sing it.
Question is, do you know what you're saying?
Yes, because the album came in 2 discs, one translated and one not translated, and I know both the Swedish version and the English version, so I know what I'm saying because they're the same. But not necessarily word for word if there's like modifier words. I don't know enough about the structure of the language to know if it's word for word translation. Yeah, I'm not going to sing any. That would be horrific.
Now, I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain the Scandinavian nations don't particularly like being mistaken for each other. I know True Purple, who is Swedish, hated it when I said they were Norwegian.
I don't know much about Finland, really, other than the Monty Python song Finland.
Finnish grammar is interesting, which, when referring to a language, means very complicated and difficult to learn. I'm also waiting to see if I get a comment from... I think that's a comment from Elkhorn about my comment about True Purple, because True Purple is Norwegian, not Swedish. I just wanted to see how they reacted. Because I'm very aware that True Purple is Norwegian because I keep getting Pokemon Go guests from Norway. The more similar the countries, the more irritated the people are when they are mistaken. Well, I mean, yeah, just Just
That's fair.
go to Glasgow and tell them they're English.
It might be the last thing you do.
Or go to Cardiff and tell them they're English.
It might also be the last thing you do.
Or Belfast.
It will be the last thing you do.
Let's not get started on Dublin.
If you're getting a Belfast accent mixed up with other accents, something's gone horribly wrong.
I mean, if you're getting any of the like 4 territories of the UK mixed, like if you're getting their accents confused, I am worried because they are distinct enough, like that you can tell which ones are.
Well, kind of. That you only have to go 2 miles down the road to get a different accent here. So
Well, yeah, true.
Saying they are different enough is one thing, but some of the Lancashire accents are enough like the Welsh accents that like I can see how people would mix them up. Only the thick ones, like the ones that sound like someone's gargling marbles. But...
Whilst I will agree with you as someone who is from the UK, I don't believe for a second that the vast majority of people from abroad are going to be able to define a Lancashire accent.
I agree, but I don't think they'd know the difference between a Lancashire accent and necessarily a Welsh accent or a Scottish Highlands accent or...
No, perhaps not, but I think they're more... I'd say they're more likely to identify a Lancashire accent as a Welsh accent than a Welsh accent as an English accent.
I know plenty of Americans who can't seem to tell the difference between anyone from the UK and Australia.
Hi, Screwy.
Hello?
I'm sorry, I was making a jab at Screwy for no reason there. I'm in a funny mood today.
Okay. I'm just taking down Cosmic's favorite block, here at my house. Just working away quietly, and suddenly you're like, hi!
As an American, I can tell one accent apart from another, but I have no way to match the accent to the region. I mean, I really shouldn't... I'm throwing stones in a glass house here, because... I can identify Screwy, Storm, Lewas, and Elkhorn as... I blanked on Elkhorn's name for a brief second there. I can identify all of you as American, and I can identify that you're all from different parts of the US, but I cannot tell you where you are from. J. Price as well. I can identify you're all from different regions, but not specifically what regions.
The US's accents are a lot more homogenous than ours are. But I could definitely tell that like Elkhorn's accent from Screwy's.
Yeah,
like, I can like regionally. I don't mean just I can tell they're different. I mean I could tell which region they're from.
Yeah, I couldn't identify the region. I don't know those things.
Yeah, but you also don't talk to many Americans.
Well, no, this is true. When your business involves interacting with a lot of Americans, then...
Yeah, but even so, like my family, I've got family in America.
Oh, do you?
I've
Okay.
got family who lived out there my entire life, so...
Elkhorn would like to know what accent we're referring to for him.
Apparently yours are.
The Elkhorn
accent. Sound the same.
I've just swapped out of the things I needed.
Like, I always think Elkhorn sounds slightly more Texan than Lewas.
Which, I thought Lewas was originally from Texas and Elkhorn wasn't.
I think... No, Lewas wasn't from Texas.
Oh, okay. Shows what I know.
They're both implants.
They're both implants? I believe the term is immigrants.
That was not the right word, but I couldn't think of the right word.
Hunter.
Yes?
One of your mods is trying to get your attention.
Yeah, oh, yes, I'm aware. I was aware when I jumped out my skin. I was waiting for the message. On a different note, I request an obnoxious trumpet sound effect. Same way with knowing what region someone is from in Australia, but not with an accent from more from how much they swear.
Yes. Yeah.
Now another mod is trying to get my attention. Storm knocked on the door, but then never actually told me why she was knocking. Right. My beetroot is piling.
Does it bring all the boys to the yard?
No, that's milkshake. Oh, at an hour. I had a feeling
Yeah.
that's probably what it was, but I was going to
I'm
wait
quite
for.
sure that's what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, even I tried to tell you,
You just told me one of my mods required my attention.
and then followed it up with why I thought they were trying to get your
Oh, did you?
attention.
I didn't hear that bit.
I know that's who you are.
Right. I take a break about once an hour. It's just so I can run my ads so they don't interfere with the actual stream, and so I can take a few minutes away from the screen to stretch, top my drink, all that good stuff. Everyone should do the same because it's important for your health. And we will be back here in a few minutes. And we're back. Hello, everyone. What is Pax doing? I don't know why I've asked
Falling
that
out the
question.
sky.
Well, yeah, I did see you drop out of the sky. That well, that's certainly an interesting butterfly.
Well, you can only actually build it.
You said it was going to be a break time butterfly.
Well, it was.
It's no longer break time.
Not my fault. You didn't take long on any break.
Would you prefer I took a half-hour break?
It won't take that long.
How long would it take? How long a break should I have taken? None of these are actual answers, just so we're clear.
I'm just messing around.
Yes, I can tell. Okay. I think I need to grab... Yep.
Butterflytopia wasn't built in a day.
Keep that. Okay.
Where are you? You? Oh, you're behind the chest.
Yeah. Okay. I don't need those. You need to place a minecart on a rail, don't you? You can't just place it.
Yeah. You can drop it down onto the block if it's a problem.
Do activator rails need to be powered?
To be an activator rail, they do. I don't think they need to be powered to let you to just act like a normal rail.
Okay.
I don't use them very often though. I mostly use activator rails as data rails. So.
Data rails?
Yeah, when you use them in redstone builds to transmit data rather than...
I was very confused just then.
They work the same as a powered rail in data rails, but they're cheaper. So.
I will take your word for it. I don't know how you craft an activator rail, so...
I can't remember off the top of my head. I usually craft those things. It's just big bulk. By the time I have to do it again. What's the fast tool for getting rid of wool?
Shears.
That explains why I haven't got anything to get rid of.
Yes, it does. Maybe. Take the obsidian out of there, put it in there. I don't want my shovel in that chest. That shulker box is done now.
Gah! Fell off.
Oh, you don't want to do that. It's inconvenient.
It's only like the third time I've done it.
I can break that one. That needs to go there. I've got a friend messaging me about the Dragonborn Paladin he's building. Just to be clear, this is in D&D, not in Baldur's Gate 3. I don't have the full details because I can just see the messages popping up on my phone next to me. Did say he was going for... Where did Screwy's heads come from?
I don't know.
Well, they just appeared in my inventory. I thought I'd put them in storage.
You've been sleep murdering again.
Apparently. I've got the wrong shade of grey. I need light grey. Okay. There we go. Then I need That'll do. Okay. What was I doing? Right. There. Remove the name. Minecarts. Copy. Paste. And for anyone wondering why I copy and paste one of my other boxes, it's so I don't have to try and remember the keyboard shortcut to give me the dots on either side of the 5s in my shulker names. Because I can never remember how to get it.
Alt 7.
It's Alt 7 on the numpad, apparently.
It's Alt and 7. Yeah.
Specifically on the numpad, if you just press Alt and 7, you get 7.
Oh, yeah, I only use the number there.
Ah.
I never use the number line.
Cosmic wasn't wondering. Apparently. Cosmic has kindly informed me they weren't wondering. Which is very kind of them. Very kind of them to inform me.
Yeah, I use Alt 7 constantly when I'm writing things.
Really? How come?
Yeah. Because a lot of description boxes for online stores and metadata things and stuff don't give you any facilities for bullet points. So using Alt 7, you can put a Unicode bullet point in without needing an actual bullet point.
No, that's actually not a bad idea. I never really thought of that. There we go. I've just realised I never actually finished this bridge.
Oh, that was
How have I managed to go this long without noticing? That's actually quite impressive.
It was being mean, I'd say incompetence.
Well, I'm glad you're not being mean. What are you going to say if you're not being mean?
Busyness, life, thingy.
Well, I built this when I was still a chef, so... So yes, busy life.
You build it on rock and roll.
I asked if anyone was wondering, and Cosmic wasn't. Well, at least they answered. I guess. Wrong thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong.
I would have built this 3 times faster if it hadn't been made of wool and something I could break with an actual tool.
Well, at least you made it out of wool, not glass.
It's true.
Because I don't have a haste beacon here.
Craziness.
Well, why would I have a haste beacon? Also, I've gone into the nether. I didn't need to go into the nether. I needed to go down into deep still. Whee! All the way down. Down into the deep. Right, the question is, did these furnaces finish, or did they... Oh no, they actually finished. Wow. I completely forgot that I was smelting. It's only because I actually looked at the furnaces that I remembered. And there's my iron. Wunderbar!
Actually, his name is Aldebar. Nice try there.
Why wouldn't I have a haste beacon? Because I had a haste beacon when I was digging out these lower areas, but at treetops I'm mostly above ground, so why would I need a haste beacon?
To do it quicker.
To do what quicker though?
Whatever.
But haste only improves your mining speed, and on this server now I believe your wood chopping speed. But that's that's a very recent change. No, it is. It just is a recent change. it wasn't until after I dug out this base layer that it was done. Long after. There's no need for a haste beacon at treetops. Now, I will admit that it would have been useful if we already had a haste beacon in place in the Pride Lands, but... Why must you vandalise my base?
I didn't vandalise. I gave you memes.
Well, Addy will be thrilled.
You took my Pokemon Go, so I gave you some Pokemon Go memes.
Yes, you did. You really did. Thank you, Pax. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just what you always want.
Sure, let's go with that. I still have a box with all the elf heads in. I'm gonna put them at the Finite Inn, with the rest of the Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I forgot that that picture only has one block at the top and at the side that can be flown through. It's not just mostly fly through.
Did you just smack into it?
I did just smack right into mine and Cosmic's to-do list.
I think it's done, including carpeting it to make it mob-proof.
Where do we store the Christmas decorations?
In Cove Town in the attic, in the Finite Inn, they're in the basement.
Okay. I went to the wrong attic.
Ooh, the icky chicken's actually closer than I thought.
Oh yeah, it's a lot closer. I didn't want to build it too far away.
I've just never actually noticed it from your base. I've never seen it in the distance. I just, from where I happen to have built the butterfly, the icky chicken is just over the way.
Yeah.
Haste bacon.
Come on, load, you stupid world. There we go.
You only have one frog left.
Yes, I'm very aware of that. I have no idea where they've all gone.
Well,
Do a farm upstate.
Oh, well that's nice. I hope they come back soon.
It's not that kind of farm.
Oh. That's a pity.
it's a permanent farm.
Oh, well why do they get to keep my frogs? I want my frogs. Well?
Why is
Frog
there a
retirement community.
creepy head shrine here, but my head isn't here? I feel left out of this creepy head shrine.
Well, put your head in it then! I think when I built it, I didn't have your head.
I do
That's easy to
have
fix.
2 heads on me. Because I've died twice today.
Surprising no one. You
Got
have a
into
propensity.
quite a habit of that.
Yeah, you have a bit of a propensity for dying.
Yeah, I hit 104 levels, walked out of the thing, thought, oh, I'll go down there and have a look at the farm, and walk straight off the edge without my elytra again.
Of course you did.
Yeah. Wasn't my finest moment.
Is any death your finest moment? I don't think I need any of this stuff.
A grand death in defense of your favorite people is good. Accidentally walking off a cliff.
So I'll be fine on this server then.
Yes.
That was a bit harsh.
I'm not entirely sure what that means, but yes, I haven't got enough brain power to pass.
It was basically me saying that you guys aren't my favourite people, so I don't have to worry about dying on this server. Which I would like to just add, that is a very big lie. I love the people on this server. They're some of my
Yeah.
closest friends.
This box would have been handy. It's a box entirely full of shears. If I'd known that was there, I would have come and grabbed it.
Oh, yeah, I completely forgot about that box. Sorry.
It's okay. It's just ironic to wander across a box full of shears after I.
Yeah, I forgot.
what I just did.
Where's the box full of shears you're looking at?
It's near the sheep.
Yeah,
That would make sense.
there's 2 other boxes full of shears.
I'm trying to figure out how to walk from this side platform over to the other side. I never fly.
What are you looking for? What
I
platform are
never
you trying to
walk around
get
this
to?
thing. I'm trying to get to the portal. Hey, I found it.
Okay. I need that.
Oh, hang on. It's not the portal at once. It's the teleport. Where's it?
Teleport's in the basement.
Yeah, I need to remember where you're. I think it's over here.
Need them. Okay. So I need to keep all this stuff. But everything else.
Friggin' slime.
Yeah, keep it. Just be careful of those. They're dangerous.
It's already teleported.
Okay. Need all that. Don't need this stuff. I've ended up with a bunch more junk to drop off back at in the treetops. I still haven't started sorting the stuff at the train. Okay. Is the butterfly done now, or have you just got bored?
Yeah, butterflies.
I have, I've just remembered because I've walked into a TARDIS. I've found a new podcast. I say new. It's new for me, but it's been going since last year. I don't know if anyone will have heard of it because I don't think it's exactly a well-known podcast. It's called the Come Along Pond podcast. Guess what it's a podcast about?
The ponds.
Be a bit more
What do you mean?
generalised.
So it's a Doctor
What
Who
should-
one then. Or is it
It's
about companions in general?
it's a Doctor
When
Who
is-
podcast.
The anniversary.
23rd of November.
Oh. That's a horrible date. Why? Ugh.
Why that day?
Doesn't
Why?
even smell nice.
Did you say it doesn't even smell nice?
That is exactly what they
No.
said.
That's the
It's
okay. Just
it's
checking.
an ugly date. A very ugly date.
Cosmic, does the butterfly have your stamp of approval?
Did you say 24th?
23rd.
third?
23rd.
24th is fine.
Yes, the 24th is a good day.
So, 22nd of November, anniversary of JFK's assassination. 23rd of November, Doctor Who anniversary. 24th of November, date of the first task in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Stunned silence.
I was reading Cosmic's message while drinking.
I'm sorry, Cosmic. That was cruel of me to do on stream. I'm sorry. Especially because I stayed looking at it for a while because I was distracted by other things. Cosmic's not particularly keen on butterflies.
Why? They feel like something Cosmic should like. They're like flower buddies.
Yes, I'm aware. I always forget. That's why I asked them because I do actually feel quite bad for it because I'm constantly forgetting.
I have to admit, one once clamped onto my ear.
You're not helping.
And that definitely gave me a bit of shock, but you know that was.
Yeah, I'm stopping that now. That talk now because that's not helping the situation. I'm sorry,
Never
but
happened in the UK. I don't think UK butterflies are like.
okay.
You have the well-known Cardiff carnivorous butterflies out there.
Screwy! Shush! We like
Something
cosmic.
out of Harry Potter.
This is true. We do like cosmic. Cosmic is excellent.
Ah.
You know what else would look good? How about we put big wings on a sniffer?
Dragonflies are
think we
indeed
should-
carnivores.
Are they?
Yeah,
I did not know
they-
that.
Yeah, it catches a lot of people off guard, but it's because they eat other insects. They're not like people hear carnivores.
Oh,
They
they're
think of
insectivores.
well, yeah, they're still eating a form of meat, but yeah, people hear carnivore and their first thought is things like lions eating large mammals. But anything that only eats meat is, of course, a carnivore, which includes small animals that eat meat. I can't remember if meerkats are carnivores or omnivores, though. I could never remember with meerkats. Because I can never think
eaten a
what
whole lot.
plants they might eat, but I swear they're omnivores. Better not live where I do in November then, Cosmic. I live near a butterfly farm and they release them then. Right, we're never going to visit Mythical. Sorry, Mythical. Your name's in front of me and I blanked on it. We're never visiting Mythical in November. Well, actually, no, I personally wouldn't mind. I wouldn't visit Mythical in November for seasonal reasons.
Yeah, it's different. Like I can put up with like I've been in Turkey in 50-degree heat like when they've had a heat wave, and it's frigging hot, but it's not the same as UK hot. I don't quite know what it is the UK does, but like the UK at 35 degrees feels like death. Whereas the like other countries don't seem to feel like that. And I've had that corroborated by other people who are from like Australia and the southern states in the US as well.
You're probably right, but I don't like heat anywhere. I've been to other countries when it's hot.
Yeah, I think it's the dry heat that you get in most hot countries versus our swampy heat is what causes it.
You'll get that argument a lot from folks like myself up here in New England versus when I was down I visited New Mexico in July, and it was 108 when I walked out of the hotel at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is obscene, by the way.
For normal people, that's plus 37. That's more than 37 degrees. It's somewhere in the 40s.
Yeah.
Sorry, I felt that needed clarification for everyone who uses a normal system of counting.
Yeah, that too. But it was far more reasonable to be walking around even throughout the heat of the day. You just hydrate and you sweat and it dries off. But up here in New England, it gets 85 to 90, and it's just oppressive. And I don't know what that translates to your regular system, but you can do that math for me. And yeah, it's just you can't sweat, and the heat just stays in you, and it is just wretched. So
I don't know what it's like in Pax's area at the moment, but it started to cool off here last night, and you could almost feel the moisture leaving the air. Like you could almost feel the air starting to dry out, which is odd considering we're in autumn.
We haven't started to dry out.
Well, no, but
we have cooled down a few degrees.
Yeah, we could
feel. We didn't get quite as high as you did in the first place, but we have cooled down a few degrees. But it's still like swampy thick.
Yeah, it's still like I perhaps didn't describe it right when I said you could feel the air drying out, because there is still a dampness to the air, but it's not the same swampy dampness. It's very much more. It's not cold enough to be comparable to that morning chill, like on a misty morning, but Do you understand what I mean when I like say like you've got that misty chill in the morning sometimes, and it's not cold enough for that, but it's certainly it's more comparable to that than it is to the swampiness that we had the past week
I
or
don't
so.
know if it's the UK as a whole, but I know around here we've had the hottest September ever in records.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want to know, to be perfectly honest. Don't want to think about anyone's swampy dampness. Apparently,
You
when
don't need to think about it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's not anyone's specifically swampy dampness. It's just like the air is thick and swampy. It's like going to like the Everglades. It's like really like
being in a sauna.
dense. Yeah, it's really dense with liquid.
Keep
Sorry,
digging.
what were you saying?
I was just commenting on the fact that Mythical is enjoying the nice 11-degree heat.
Ooh, that's probably nice and comfy.
Would anyone
11
like a diamond
degrees.
axe unenchanted?
No.
Screwy, would you like an unenchanted
you-
diamond axe?
If you can deliver to me whilst embedded in the skull of my enemy.
You want me to embed it in my own skull?
I said enemy.
I repeat my statement.
It'll be 11C. Still.
Yeah, there's no way that's 11 Fahrenheit.
Well, it's
Yeah, that would be-
Australia as well, so it's.
I don't know if it ever
Celsius.
gets to 11 Fahrenheit in Australia.
Mythical. Now, I am going to guess you don't actually look like this. Mythical. In my head you do, because until I actually see people, they look like they're Minecraft characters. Cosmic is the notable exception. I should rephrase that. If your Minecraft character looks like a human, and you are consistent with how you look, then to me you look like your Minecraft character. So until I saw a picture of Pax looked like that. Pax's face looked vaguely similar to the icon in the screen. I have never seen Screwy, so Screwy looks like that picture in my mind.
Yeah.
So
about 50% of the time, when I'm lazy enough to not shave and actually end up growing a beard, the color's off, but.
But if that was how you look, Mythical, I would be incredibly jealous. Because I love that hair that your skin has. Sorry. I kind of went off on a tangent away from the point and then just abruptly swerved back onto the point.
I could give you the goggles, but I can't give you the hair.
Oh, you mean IRL? You meant
There you go.
IRL.
Yeah. Yes, I have the goggles, but I don't have the.
I don't think I would be willing to do the hair at the moment. For starters, I don't think I would be allowed, but also I wouldn't want to. Because
Just do it really slowly. Just do like the vaguest tint on the first week, and then just slowly ramp up to the point where your boss suddenly realizes several months down the line, and you're just like, it's been like this.
I know, it's
for
always been that
months."
way.
yeah. I could do that, but I'll still get like people like.
I don't think you'd be able to. Like, how watered down would you have to make your hair dye to do?
Well, yeah, but
It would
I'm
be-
also thinking of the harassment for being LGBT. And yes, I know
Yeah.
dyed hair is not an automatic sign of being in the queer community. Tell that to my colleagues.
Not the most accepting folk you work with, then.
No. One of my colleagues is going to a city or town in Spain, beginning with T. That's name escapes me. It's on the south coast. I've already forgotten how to say it once today. My parents had to tell me. I've forgotten it a second time. But we discovered, I say we, one of my colleagues discovered that it has a rather active queer nightlife.
And this upset them?
This upset them to the extent that they were thinking about not going anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is amazingly short-sighted. Well, I should. It's not amazingly short-sighted. It's pretty much predictably short-sighted.
Yeah, so you can understand now why I won't come out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hear how they describe people, like, people who they know are in the queer community, and I hear how they describe people who they they want to be in the queer community because it will reinforce their negative views about the queer community.
Real best of us, then, I see.
Yeah, they are the best of the straight community. So, yeah. I have a wonderful time in my job.
This is an apprenticeship or something, correct?
Yeah.
So, in theory, you're in it to learn to a certain point, and then you'll be able to leave these folk behind, I hope?
Next September.
I'm sorry that's going to take that long.
Yeah, it's... I started the job in March, at the start of March. Technically, the apprenticeship didn't start until the start of April, though, because I missed... Because they started at the end of each month, so I just missed out on the one that started at the end of February. So I had to start at the end of March, but I started the job at the start of March. So I had basically a whole month, which was effectively used to get me settled in and things, but it basically means an extra month of unpleasantness. Well, no, there's more. Some people who aren't homophobic think that younger generations are still like snowflakes, and some people who are homophobic don't think people are woke and snowflakes. Admittedly, very few, but they still exist. But yes, they do think that because they are the most unpleasant people I've ever met. But I don't think they just think young people are. I think they just think people are. They think society as a whole is too woke these days. Why did I come up with the bucket? I need the bucket down here.
Go up in the bucket.
But yeah, so I basically have to sit there and laugh along to people belittling my very existence. So, and not just belittling my existence, belittling the existence of the vast majority of my friends, and that hurts more. I can I can put up with homophobia and stuff like that directed at myself, but I hate it when people speak ill of my friends. I absolutely loathe it, and I have to put up with it. Yes, I know, Addy, I know. They are the biggest snowflakes. I did challenge my boss when when I asked my boss what his problem was with gay people, and he said, "Well, I just don't like how they shove it in everyone's faces," and I'm just like, so you don't believe people should hold hands or kiss in public? No. Well, as you know, what I said was, what do you consider rubbing it in their face? And I was like, and he said holding hands and kissing. Like, so you don't believe people should hold hands or kiss in public? Because it's okay to not feel like comfortable with people kissing in public in general. If you just don't like public displays of affection, that's perfectly acceptable. But if you have a problem with people doing it who are the same sex, then you're a twat. And I'm sorry, I know this is meant to be family friendly, but
they're almost certainly, like, there's very few people who are so squeamish about PDA that holding hands in public is an issue. It's usually only if it's
he accepted like that he was in the wrong about the holding hands thing, so point there, but there's no way in the remaining year I am going to be there. Year and 3 months, because I've got a 3-month notice period for some reason. there is no way that I'm going to be able to change their attitudes. Because I know full well that even if I do like my absolute best to be the best person that they've ever had, if I come out to them, they will only notice the flaws. Because they only notice the flaws of people who are queer. They do not notice the any of the positive traits, and that really bugs me. The fact that they don't notice, like they can only see the negatives, because that's what they want to see.
Yeah, they're just being bigots. It's bigots being bigots.
No, I know, but it still bugs me.
Oh, I'm not saying it shouldn't bug you, but it's one of those things that's all they will do. They've got effectively a major personality flaw which they're not willing to get over because they probably think it's cool. And until society slaps them down and tells them, no, we don't accept you, which it's slowly getting around to, but the likes of our government isn't exactly helping things.
Oh no.
Until they start to actually have some repercussions for their actions.
I left this one here. I was supposed to take it with me. Yeah, no, it's annoying, but what can you do?
I had a job for like 7 years where all I would do is sit there and listen to people talk about people like me in a disparaging way, to the point where like there was groups of people who were in our police force serving, talking about the funny ways they effectively tortured people.
That sounds like entertaining.
So yeah, I've also done my time there, and I can empathise.
Well, this stream unfortunately took a slightly more...
Took a little dark turn.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the world that particularly people like myself and Pax live in. And Addy. And Cosmic. And I know there are other people in chat, but I'm not going to out anyone who...
Just in case.
I know Cosmic is out. I know Addy is obviously out because they're dating me. But I don't want to out anyone else, so... If you want to share your experiences, then please do feel free. Like, just so people know they aren't alone, but don't feel like... No one in chat feel like you have to come out, because you absolutely do not.
Indeed.
I almost told an ace joke then, and then I realised it's a family-friendly stream, and I can't tell that joke.
I mean...
I'll have to tell you that off stream.
Yeah. You will get slapped by the cosmic hands of justice.
I look forward to seeing Pax banned for a joke about themselves.
Would be slightly entertaining, but also
it's not like a terrible joke from the point of view of like it's not phobic in any way. It's just got a swear word in it. You can't really replace that swear word with anything else because you just ruined the joke. So.
Okay. Yeah, maybe after stream.
Ow. Why do you have cactus between? Like literally, if you walk from the portal to the water drop, you have to walk through freaking cactus.
Well, if you walk in a straight line, you don't touch the cactus.
Not all of us have rock steady hands. I came through the portal again. That's the second time I've done that.
I mean, in fairness, I keep going through the portal, and I live in that base, so I should really know which way it is to here.
Yeah, it's like the third time I've tried to get back to Pride Lands and walk through the portal.
Well, I mean, Mythical, if you want to just DM it to me. You can just DM it to me now if you'd like. I have no objections to that. I won't necessarily see it straight away, but not sure what that noise was. But
I might be picking up my dog. He's getting a little fussy in the background.
I need to sleep.
He has gotten a
I
little
might.
chattier with the influence of our very dear friend's dog of the same breed, of the same breeder.
Okay,
Related,
actually,
you know?
that's a good point. Sorry, Screwy, I've just completely
Yeah,
interrupted you.
that's okay. It's your stream.
I know, but I still shouldn't be interrupting people. But both Mythical and Pax, if you chuck your jokes into the After Dark channel in the Discord,
Yep.
That's true.
because we have that. And if you would like to experience this joke, then make sure you join the Finite in Discord.
Ooh, well done. Good pivot.
I saw the opportunity for a
Segue.
plug, and I grabbed it. Right.
If it's raining out, I'm not taking it for a walk.
Oh, you don't love your dog.
He's already been out twice.
Yeah,
if
clearly
I need
wants
to
to
go
go
out,
out
Pax?
again.
I said, what if I need to go out? You wouldn't take
He
me
can
out?
go
for a
out.
walk?
He can go out to. He can go out to do business and stuff whenever he likes. He's just hanging around me in the hopes that because I'm up later than I have been for a little while, he thinks I'm like something's going on. So he's
Something is
hanging
going on.
around me. Because quite often when I stay up late, I'll
Um,
feel like I'll play Minecraft and then stiffen up and take him for a wander before I go to bed.
I thought I had a shulker box
loosen
that
the
I was
muscles.
chucking mangrove stuff in.
Oh, I
Apparent-
stole some of your mangrove. It was here. Well, you must have taken it because it was here.
Yeah.
I got mangrove out of one of the boxes in the middle. What have you done with it? It's not in your inventory, is it?
No, I've got one
Is
shulker
it in
box
your
in my
chest?
inventory and it's empty.
Oh no, this is the one that I got the mangrove out of. It hasn't
Hmm.
got any other mangrove in it.
No, I definitely had one that I was starting to fill with mangrove. Ah, there it is. It only had buttons and a button and trapdoors in, so it wasn't very distinct as mangrove. Right, all the crimson stuff can come out, and they can possibly fit in. Oh,
That sucks, Cosmic. Unfortunately, a lot of us know how that feels. Wish we didn't. Ooh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there's I knew going into the interview that I would have really I should have been like more true to my identity, because then they would have rejected me for a different reason, but for being queer, and I would have been able to find a job where I would have been happier. So really I should have gone a bit more me, but I mean even now I'm still trying to figure that out.
You just had no job anxiety at the time, I think, to be honest.
No, that's probably true.
You were very eager.
Yeah.
One of my jobs before I worked in bookshops, I basically told them my name, and they said my name wasn't businessy enough, and they gave me a different name.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, because I was a business advisor, and they decided that my name wasn't businessy enough. So when they had my badge printed, they printed not my name on it, and I had to go by that.
I'm sorry, everyone. Just cover any small human says. But what the fuck?
I know.
That required a breach of family-friendly policy. I'm sorry, but it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, like, that's not by far and away isn't the most egregious sort of repression, because I have to admit I found that ridiculous, and I ended up with a little team of people around me who used to introduce me by my real name to customers, and then say, but the management like them to, well, they did say him at the time, like him to be called, and then give the name on my badge.
That's quite a
So
funny way of doing it,
That's pretty
and it
funny,
also
yeah.
throws shade at the managers, which
Which
I
deserves
never
to be
did
done.
it. because I would have got in trouble for doing it, but the other team members could get away with it. I do miss that team. I don't miss the job, and I don't miss the management, but I do miss the team. They were good eggs.
Yeah, sometimes I know I'm not the only one, but sometimes I catch myself missing the pub, and then I have to remind myself, no, you don't miss the pub. You miss the people you worked with at the pub. Significant difference. Significant difference.
Oh yeah, I do not. I would not go back to that job. That job made me mentally unwell.
Yeah.
The people there were fantastic. that little group, not all of them.
Yeah.
It was a big company. There's never going to be all of them.
Yeah, if the people had stayed, like the team I enjoyed most continued working at the pub, I would probably have come out as non-binary there. Like, I was getting close to being comfortable.
What Addy says there is absolutely true. I am more like, well, I do come out as queer in interviews.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't come out as autistic. Unfortunately, and I would in a job like the one I had previous to my health stuff, because it's kind of a benefit there. They want people who are passionate about that topic, but in just about every other job, it's like I've come across, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
unless you need the modifications to the job, like it's not worth bringing up.
Whilst I haven't outright said that I'm autistic, I've certainly nudged towards the idea that I probably am, but by that point I was already established there for a few months, so like they already knew that I was capable.
With people like the people you work with, I don't think it'd be worth doing it unless you were statemented anyway.
No, I haven't actually told them that I am. I told them that I might be. I told them I show signs of it.
People like that have a tendency to throw the basically the stereotype back at you.
Yeah, I suppose. Which stereotype?
Well, the little white boy that doesn't speak stereotype and stuff like that. They unless you fit that stereotype, that people are very dismissive of autism. Way worse for women and female presenting persons.
Oh yeah.
Almost no research on them.
Well, they don't get autism. Why would they? That is a disclaimer. That is not what I actually believe.
Yes. That'd be an interesting thing to do.
What?
Tone markers on your stream. On a stream deck, have tone markers, so when you say something, you could hit the button, it'll just come up on screen like /S.
Oh yeah. Welcome back, Lumity. You've missed some rather heavy conversation. I won't lie.
Charged.
Yeah, we have gone to a kind of serious.
We've rather
podcast.
Yeah, we've rather slipped on the family, like towards one edge of family friendly.
Yeah, because we're the snowflakes.
Of course we are. Like, the others can't be the snowflakes. We're just too sensitive.
Yeah, I can't tell you that story, so I'm not going to say that.
Family friendly tag or
that would be an after dark conversation.
Right. Well. Saturday's date is the 16th. I don't believe I have anything planned currently for Saturday, so if you two are available, I'm more than happy to do an After Dark Infinity Cove podcast.
We probably don't want to do a planned let's talk about terrible things.
Oh no, we shouldn't. I'm not saying we should do a planned terrible things podcast. I'm saying that if you guys would like to have just an After Dark podcast, like I need something to stream on Saturday. It doesn't even have to be this game. It can just be us.
I've actually got a couple of different games to talk to you about at some point without being off stream conversation.
I'm trying to think, what am I doing?
If you could ping me before Friday, that would be ideal.
It might not be something we do instantly, but I've got a
Yeah.
couple of ideas for games which are like group games that I think might be kind of fun.
Okay, yeah. Hit me with them when.
You know, like Among Us is not Among Us. That's a weird sentence. A group like Among Us, but you don't have to have as many people.
Yeah. Okay.
Sort of games.
We do group bingo. We haven't done bingo in a while.
That's true. We haven't done bingo in a while.
Is that because McScrewgunn wants to join him?
No, he's at a game right now. I'm just saying. I was thinking about it the other day. That it had been a while since.
Yeah, it has, but I think bingo's ended up being the waiting for the next update thing.
Right.
They released another one today, so they're getting close on their .2.
Seriously. Oh.
I'm just waiting for them to give a final release, and then I'll update your server.
That's all
I don't
gravel.
remember if I'm doing anything on Saturday. I'm busy Sunday. Busy Friday night. For some reason, I think I have something.
Oh,
Saturday.
that's a jungle trapdoor. I thought that was.
I don't actually know what day Saturday is.
Saturday is
It's the
the
day
16th.
between Friday and Sunday.
Saturday's the 16th.
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything.
Maybe we should do an actual live streamed podcast. Because that's not a terrible idea for us to try and get involved in.
I think for us to do an actual podcast, we'd have to come up with some talking points for not talking points, some sort of structure first.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
it
would be the most rambly podcast.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because when lockdown started, my D&D group, the others in my D&D group did actually have a YouTube channel, like a gaming YouTube channel, and they thought we could do a podcast during lockdown. And they invited me to be on their first episode because I played D&D with them and it was sort of filling in for D&D at the same time. And I'm just sure, what's it about? Well, we don't really have a specific focus. Okay, what's it called? We haven't got a name.
Don't have a name.
Right,
Yeah,
so
okay.
you don't know what you're talking about and you don't know what it's called. Yeah. You haven't thought this through, have you? No. Okay, well I can solve both problems in one swing. Yeah? It's called rambling on. And that is what basically happened. We spent 90 minutes to 2 hours just talking about whatever happened to come in. Generally what came into my brain. Does this surprise people?
And speaking of 2 hours.
Yes, I am aware. I'm at 2 hours. I need to snooze my ads because...
Language!
That's a very delayed language.
Our podcast shall be called Mind Entity. And we talk about alternate identity stuff and queer politics and gender stuff and
Have you just come up with that on the spot?
yes.
I mean,
Kind of
props
sounds like they did.
Yeah. I like it though.
There you go. I came up with our podcast.
Right, well.
Language.
Thank you everyone for coming along. Thank you for all the awesome support. From, well, to be perfectly honest, from one individual especially, but from everyone. It all, every single bit of it means so much to me. Thank you for my two, I guess, co-hosts for joining me. Because that is what you ended up becoming. This did become an episode of the Infinity Cove podcast. And I think we being myself and Alcorn, need to collate all our streams that have turned into the podcast. Just figure out how often that's happened.
I don't think Alcon keeps the VODs.
No, I don't think Alcon does, unfortunately. So we probably couldn't figure that out. But yes, thank you everyone for coming. It has been a lot of fun. I'm glad to be back. Hopefully it stays cool enough this week that I can stream again on Saturday at least. Those that aren't in the Discord, just a reminder that my schedule has changed. I'm no longer guaranteed to be streaming on Fridays. It's going to be just whenever I feel like it. Friday, it's just occurred to me, I've just remembered, Fridays is now the After Dark stream, not Saturdays. Saturdays are going to be also more Infinity Cove or Pokemon. Fridays are going to be whatever I feel like. Subnautica Below Zero is on hold just until I get. I say just until I get a new computer, as though that's going to be happening in a couple of weeks. Let's see how we're going by the new year, shall we? But it's going to be on hold for a while, which is disappointing for me and probably I imagine for some of you guys. But I can't put up with my streams constantly crashing, so because it's not fun for me,
fair.
not fun for you. Exapol would like a Streamlabs donation link. I don't use Streamlabs, I use OBS.
I did say you should do it. Yeah, it's Stream Elements, but yeah.
Yeah, I have
Stream
had.
Elements, you can set it up.
Exapol is now the 5th person, I think.
When you started talking about a computer, I said
Yeah.
to do a stream
Yeah,
link,
I
so
think-
if people do want to help out.
Okay, I've now had I think 6 people asking for it, so I will set one up. I was a little unsure about the idea because I'm not used to people giving me money.
Well, they're not. They're helping towards content in the same way as donating a game is.
Yes, I know, but it's still. It feels. This is a hobby for me, so it feels odd to have people.
It's a hobby that other people are watching.
Yes, I know, but it still feels odd to have someone else supporting your hobby.
Oh,
in such a capacity.
I'm fully aware it feels odd. I'm just trying to rephrase it in your head.
No, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Unfortunately, I know what you're doing. So.
I'm not being coy about it. I'm just telling you.
No, I know you're not being coy, but the problem is I know what you're doing, so I'm automatically restructuring it back. Because I'm contrary. Thank you for your head. I will look at I love how Exapol has said all kind of hobby clubs get government funds as though they're planning on donating government funding to me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Exapol. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to send you on a raid. I need to figure out who to, because I honestly... Is Aldi live? I didn't realise Aldi was live.
Aldi went live about...
I need to remember...
He's doing a cooking stream. Charity cooking stream.
Well, I feel like... Oh, it's because he must have hit the milestone yesterday. I will absolutely send you to a cooking stream in honour of the fact that I used to be a chef. So, I'm going to raid Aldebar. Raid message is, as always, #HunterRaid howling at the moon. Thank you again, everyone, for coming. I will hopefully see you all on Saturday if I don't stream on Friday. Don't forget to join the Fun Night in Discord, especially if you want to see the adult content jokes that people have been promising. And you can check Hunter555 on YouTube for my old VODs when I finish uploading them. I have been stood still for so long doing this outro, I have gone AFK. I should probably actually raid out now. Thank you again, everyone, for coming. Good night, and good night to the two of you in voice chat as well.
Cheers.
Bye.